Okay, so you're looking at brand new construction. You're looking for that dream home, that next home, but you're looking at new construction this time. Okay, so you've looked at maybe the websites. Maybe you've narrowed it down a bit there. Maybe you've looked at the models. Maybe you've gotten real serious, have gone out to the physical models, and you're ready to get a contract going potentially. Hold on, pump the brakes. I've got 7 things you absolutely have to consider before you move any further. Some of these 7, some of them will cost you or save you thousands of dollars. So you're gonna wanna stick around for those. All 7 of them are gonna keep you from having massive headaches, and I won't see headaches for anybody. My name's Jared Fikes. I'm with eXp Realty. I am your Houston, Texas real estate agent. I bring you these videos every single Friday. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss a single one. Buyers, if you need anything at all, anything, please reach me at this contact information right here or in the description below. All right, I'm ready to get to these points. Let's go. Okay, number 1, build a reputation. I've got to talk about this one first because it's a great place to start. It's super important. Okay, not all builders are created equal. They are not. And I'm sure most of you know that, maybe some of you, but they are not created equal. I went to a J. Patrick home tour I did on my channel not that long ago over here in Colton and Magnolia, Texas. J. Patrick is phenomenal. They're a great example of wonderful craftsmanship, wonderful company, altogether great. Everything's great. But then you can go to the polar opposite. I won't name any other builders that I don't think are great. I'm not gonna name them on my channel, but there are plenty. And it's good to know the ones that aren't good. So it's good to know that before you get started. Check online reviews. Go to Google. People are honest. People tell the truth. I mean, some people love doing bad reviews, but in general, you can get a good idea from Google reviews. It's a good place to start. It's a great place to start. There's also other review platforms. And even one step further than that, go visit the communities. Go visit the actual communities. First thing you can do when you visit, park your car over there, go touch the frames, go look at the plumbing, look at incompleted houses, look at houses that are almost completed. Go look at the windows, the doors, the insulation, all the stuff, and get a feel for it. If you know somebody that's really good and adept at that stuff, that knows a lot about it, bring them with you. That way you can get a really good idea of who this builder is and if they have a good product. That's a good way to do it. You can look at them, some of the ones that are partially done and some of the ones that are almost all the way done. That's going to give you a great spectrum to tell you whether or not you want to move forward. Ask homeowners. Knock on their door. I know a lot of them have the stinking Ring doorbells and they don't answer their door. It's just how it is these days. But some people will answer their doors. And then when they do, you got boots on the ground right there. They can tell you, okay, I love my house or I hate my house and why. And they can even tell you about a bonus on top of that. They can tell you about the neighborhood. So great way to find out about the builder, about the community, all the stuff. Okay, the last thing I will say about this, and this is kind of the cherry on top. A solid builder is going to equal less surprises and better long-term value. Better long-term value. That's what you want. So build a reputation, super important. Number 2, third-party private home inspection. You definitely need it, and you heard me, you need it even with new construction. I promise, okay? I've been doing this for a long time, and the new builder, you'll get the contract signed and they'll talk to you about the whole process, and they'll say, oh, we do multi-point home inspections throughout the whole process, everything's sunshine and rainbows. And you know what? There's a lot of great builders that do a great job on a whole, but there's human error out there. And it happens, especially in the new construction world today. So you want a third-party home inspection. And what I recommend is they come in pre-drywall, which is before they put up the drywall, so the inspector can see the wiring, plumbing, all sorts of things. You know, the house is naked, and so he can see inside the walls. And then he comes again before closing. And so that's 2 inspections that you're gonna present to the builder. And they're usually not super long. They shouldn't be with new construction, but sometimes they're gonna find big things, maybe small things or whatever. But if there's stuff out of code, broken, missing, they're gonna go ahead and fix, replace, or whatever before you close. And then you're gonna be able to move into your house with peace of mind. You're not gonna have to worry, is there missing insulation or electrical problems? Because the inspector will have already found that stuff and presented it to the builder and taken care of it. So that is what you want to do. You definitely want to have that third-party private home inspection done, even with new construction. Number 3, know what the home warranty covers. Okay, this is really important, okay? So a builder's gonna tell you typically what their warranty covers. Usually it's 1 year workmanship, cosmetic stuff, 2 years for like the systems in the house, and then 10 years for like the structure. Okay, so, but depending on the builder, those years and plan can vary. So just make sure you understand what that is. Also, ask them, whether it's a PDF or something printed out or in your contract, ask them to show you where it is or send it to you so you can read it for yourself and understand what's in the home warranty. You got an agent like myself, I'm gonna wanna see that also, and I'll go over that with you typically to look and see what's covered and make sure we understand. Don't just assume that a home warranty is gonna be all inclusive, okay? Don't assume that, okay? It's better to read and know and understand. Okay, so also make sure you know how to file a claim, okay? So when you're moved in, the house is ticking along, it's beautiful, it's working as it should, but things pop up, whatever they may be, electrical, HVAC, whatever problem pops up, something usually does. And you got to know how to file the claim so you can get that done within your warranty. Okay, so you got to know how to do that. One bonus point I want to make, so when you're in that first year, make sure you get another third-party private inspection, okay, before that first year comes up, and give that list over to the builder so they can come in and fix anything. That's gonna be super helpful and money saving for you right there, okay? So just make sure that you understand the home warranty. A great warranty protects your investment long after the closing. So just make sure you understand that. Okay, number 4, understand what your future community plans are. Understand, are they going to put in more phases? How long is that going to go on? That's super important to know. Construction crews coming through, anything you need to know, that's important. The phases is really important to know. All sorts of things. Schools are super convenient to have in those master plan communities sometimes. What kind of school? That brings value as well, convenience, all those different things. So that's great to know. Commercial development. My goodness, commercial development is a huge one, okay? So commercial development can have positive or negative effects depending on what they're bringing in. What kind of development, what kind of shops and restaurants, or maybe big businesses and warehouses. What are they doing? Apartments, all that kind of stuff. So you need to know. So the best thing to do is ask questions, research, and then I'm gonna do a lot of that for you as your agent, but we'll work that out together and make sure we have a clear picture of what you're getting into, so you'll get blindsided later, And so also that quiet street, the good way to look at this, that quiet street that's quiet right now, you've driven the street and you're like, oh man, this is so quiet. I've gone there in the morning, I've gone there in the afternoon, I've gone there at night, and it's so quiet. Well, in 2 years, who knows? The development that comes, the changes that are made in the next couple years, from there, it might be totally different. And it might just shock you that quiet street might not be so quiet later. Okay, so make sure also try to get access to, and I'm gonna do that as well, is to get access to the city development map. I'm gonna try to get access to that just to see if we can even scope in a little bit more and try to see if we can get some more details about what's coming, what's happening, all this kind of stuff. Okay, just remember also, lastly, long-term value is shaped by what's coming, not necessarily what's there now. All right, so make sure you understand future community plans. Number 5, this is a big one. Hire a third party, hire a buyer's agent like myself, not the sales rep sitting at the builder office, okay? Those folks are kind, nice people, they really are, but they are trying to push as much product per month. It's a big business, and that's okay. That's totally fine. It's American dream, right? Do a great job, sell as much product as possible. That's all well and good. But what you really need is you need somebody to come alongside you from the beginning and advocate for you, negotiate, strategize, make sure you're getting the best deal at the best terms, right? That's what you need. So before you ever walk into the builder rep door to go talk to them about getting a home, I'm gonna have a meeting with you, and we're gonna talk about all sorts of things. I'm gonna have questions for you, and we're gonna have a very clear picture of what you're looking to accomplish. So when we walk into that builder rep office, we're gonna know all the right questions to ask, and we're gonna go in there, and I'm gonna help you get the best terms with the best deal possible for you. That's what we do. And then after that, and all the way to the closing table, I'm gonna be with you, going to different meetings, making sure you're protected, making sure that you're clear on everything. That's what we do. And guess what? The builder, most of the time, almost all of the time, they take care of our commission. So you're getting this at no extra charge. So you're really left with no reason not to hire a buyer agent like myself. Okay? All right, so real quick, I wanted to pause because this is important too. If you love these videos that I'm putting out week in and week out, and I love putting them out for you, I put them out every single Friday. If you love getting these videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss a single one. Number 6, be realistic about timeline and delays. This one is important as well. Whether you can't build a house when it's pouring down rain and hurricanes are coming through. That causes delays. Labor shortages, from month to month, week to week maybe. They may not have enough manpower. Sometimes that is a struggle depending on what's going on. That can cause delays. Supply chain issues, that can definitely cause an issue. I remember back in COVID, they were having a hard time getting brick and refrigerators. And some other items as well. I'm not saying that's happening now, but it could. So you just need to be prepared, take a mental note. So if and when something like that does happen, you're prepared a little bit more. Make sure you don't plan your move out based on their earliest estimate. That could be a real disaster, both financially and for timing reasons. Always ask a realistic timeline of when they're gonna actually be able to put you at the closing table. Take that number, okay, and then add a buffer time onto that. And then also, lastly, just ask the builder, ask them what happens if there is a delay. What's your procedure there? How do you handle that? Okay, so that is what you need to do. So you need to definitely be realistic when it comes to timeline and delays. All right, number 7, last but not least, think resale value from day number 1. I realize this may be your forever home, that you've locked it in and you've made it up in your mind, I'm not going anywhere. But life does in fact happen sometimes, and it changes our course. So make sure you plan ahead, make sure you do that. You want to prioritize things like location. Location is going to be amazing if you get, let's just say, in a master plan community, right outside and near that is restaurants and shops. You're close to a freeway that's going to take you and make your commute a lot easier being close to it. That's really desirable. Floor plan, layout. These days, open floor plans are highly desirable. I see that in the foreseeable future for sure. Upgrades, get those nice countertops. Make sure and splurge for those floors if you can. You're gonna love them while you have them, and then also you're gonna be able to cast a wider net later, because those things are highly desirable, especially when people can see them in photos, because people shop online. So you're gonna get more showings that way, because people shop online half the time before they even step a foot in the house. So you make sure that you get those nice countertops and get those nice floors and everything like that, and people are going to be drawn to that property a lot more. Okay, also corner lots, cul-de-sac lots, like energy efficient stuff. All those things are super, super attractive, okay? Energy efficient especially because that saves money on the wallet, and people like to save money. I know I do. And then, you know, corner lots, that's a lot of families. I know I've sold properties where the family was dead set on getting a cul-de-sac lot because they didn't want a through street, so where it was like a little bit unsafe for their kids. So, you know, it depends on what you want. And so all of those things are super attractive and draw the buyer in. So you're gonna cast that wide net. So just remember this one thing: a smart build today makes selling easier tomorrow. Okay, just remember that. New construction, it can be an absolute dream. Building that dream home you've been thinking about, it's an absolute fairy tale, but only if you avoid those costly mistakes. Hey, my name's Jared Fikes with eXp Realty. Once again, I am your Houston, Texas real estate agent. And I put these videos out every single week just for you, to bring value, to help you out. I hope you enjoy them. If you do, make sure to hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss a single one. Buyers, look, if you need help and you want somebody that's gonna operate and represent you at the highest level, even if you have questions, that's all you got, give me a call or email me. Here's my contact information right here. I also have contact information in the description below. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.